Well, hello. It's Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake. It's, hold on. It's Wednesday, the 18th. What does that spell, dear? Well, that would be 599. What other day resonates with this, love? Ha! Ha! They keep saying it's a big day. I don't know. Whatever. So, and I can afford to say whatever because of this. Last night, I tried. I figure at this point when I'm doing these things, I'm doing myself a favor because there's stuff that I didn't or don't, I guess, comprehend the first time around. Anyone who knows me knows this. It's like, I'm sorry, but we just told you this. I just explained it to you, you retard. It's like, I know. I'm aware of that, but I need to be shown again. I didn't get it the first time. I need to see it repeatedly because I am a cumulative learner. Well, the reason I'm a cumulative learner is because I learn on many levels all at once. And so what is being presented may look to you something that's very simple, and I'm heating up like the sun. Very simple. Holy crap, we're only asking her to put an IV in. You'd think she'd have it by now. Too bad. Yeah. But I can appreciate now, and I no longer hold any judgment against it, that I'm learning on many levels at once. And honey, if I told you what the levels were, you wouldn't believe me. So, cool. So, demonstrate patience and respect by showing me again, or that means I've reached the end of this particular energetic road, and what I can expect now is a relatively impregnable cloud of impatience and judgment, and you're no longer my teacher. You're someone I'm going to avoid asking questions of, someone with whom I am aware I must hide misunderstandings that I carry, and I must present as intact, even though my knowledge base and my appreciation of things is anything but. But thanks for the lesson. That's kind of like that. I've been walking around with such a sense of joy, authority. It's not simple confidence. It's ownership. Last night I reviewed just what it is I am. Looking back on a life that began February 23rd, 1961 at 5:43 p.m. in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And from there, it's very, very plain looking at my life. Many things. Many things. But one is that I am a master of many things. Not in channel, but just straight up. I can tell you that my understanding of many, many systems of knowledge I have explored consciously and mastered consciously. Sure, I'm interested in the atom, but I was doing that consciously while I was spooning soup into patients in nursing homes. And so it's not appropriate for me to pan this off on a group of disembodied entities who are somehow conferring knowledge and wisdom to me. That's inappropriate, and it's not okay to think that way. It just isn't. It's not fair to me. So they said, the teachers would be a crutch, and then it won't be necessary anymore. And part of me knew that was true, and a part of me was really sad. And then today, just now, I talked with sweet Melissa, and we had a lot of fun chatting and catching up and comparing notes about our awarenesses and all that. And then it's time. And wow, the voice is different. The clarity is like crystal. And so on purpose, with wanting to give assistance, but making sure that person understands that it is not advice. It is not anything but a friend speaking to a sovereign. And that was made very plain. And I like that. If that's what comes through in channel, then I'm all for that. I really am well past having interest in even socializing. As clients, yes. As friends, lovers, hey, let's have a deal. You get to own yourself, and I get to own me. And no longer does it fill me with loneliness to think that I have knowledge that you don't possess, and you have knowledge I don't possess. It becomes less about, I need that. Hey, you got it figured out and I don't. I need that. No, it's not like that. It's like, okay, well, my knowledge is complete. What I don't understand now, I will. And if I walk softly, then toward myself and others, then my lack of understanding and my naivete on whatever subject or whatever expression can't be harmful. This is not a posture of humility necessarily, as much as respect. I mean, if I'm 16 in my awareness, do I really want to have anyone in my environment or my actual soul team remind me that I'm, in their opinion, dumb because I haven't figured out something yet? And would I want to go around expressing that to others who, may just be starting out? No. This has been a big question. What do I do if I'm going to be a teacher and a healer and a leader? How does one do that so that no harm is done to the other? Only by keeping alive the humility that has now turned into joy, beauty. It's not acceptance, it is it's honor, it's trust, it's respect. And what I was feeling for the teachers or this entity or whatever, this force, as they were rocking on my bed, seeing the gold ribbon, seeing the purple ribbon, not really comprehending. They told me I was writing from the gold ribbon. now understanding that I was writing a gospel. Whether it got communicated and is going to be seen as such, well, so be it. But running through it is this absolute love that is truly inexpressible. And I just did my best. Did my best. And so we only have a few moments actually. It's important today to run grids, but not in a service to some hidden mysterious rhythm which beats from the very heart of Gaia, misunderstood or held in a cloud of willingness to not understand, but instead of a whale who has looked back and seen that over so many ages, the very lines of living light she has created with her body through time and epoch now lifts into her awareness, and she sees the flower of life without end. It is as easy as looking back and saying, oh, yes, I see, everything is connected and everything was meaningful. It's kind of like that. But so much more. This one is comfortable with the Lady Nada stuff and the Ascended Master stuff and the Great White Brotherhood stuff and all of that. That's just home, and she's always known it. She began to explain on the video, and she was explaining to herself. We have always been here, and she has always been this, and it is this that has always confounded those who are in relationship with her in any way at all. Family, loved one, partner, employer, co-worker, consolidation, sure, want to call it that, that's fine. It is not that. It is expansion itself. It is acknowledgement of self. And so we are pleased to say, dear one, it matters not. If you believe a word of it, it doesn't matter. This one has been shown what she can now expect. No longer keeping it at bay, but understanding why it was. She understood that what might happen to her is the most appropriate thing to occur. And we allow these timelines to play out like beautiful flute songs and happy little tunes people dance and sing and stream ribbons from, like the maypole thing. Just happy, just friends, the fa. No, the 3 of wands. Many cards have come to mind, and this is of course no accident. However, we bring you back to the tarot card of the Fool, one that she wrote an essay about entitled Weed, about the tarot card, the Fool. One of her favorites because it is jester, a joker, and contains within it such paradox that it nearly explodes when it shows up in a deck. Is it the last of the cards of the major arcana or the first? Is the dog shouting at master, "Get away from that cliff, don't you understand? You're going to plummet to your death." Or is the dog as aware as the man with a little stick, his bundle of goodies tied to it, all of his belongings in life? Does the dog understand what the man knows? That it doesn't matter if there's a cliff there or not. It is the act of stepping forward that creates stability and is the foundation of a full, satisfying, verdant, lush, green, pure, contented, peaceful, harmonious, joyous life. She brought up something that we wrote to her long ago, today. It was about being a great master or something along those lines of, hinting at the hems of what it was she carried, and wow, there's no way I could hold this, basically was the question at hand, feeling like a little mouse looking up at Cinderella, saying, "Well, you are so big and pretty, and I am so tiny. So for today I will help you with your button sewing, but soon enough I might be nibbling at your ear. You may notice that things are not as they appear, and it could be that this little mouse overnight might turn into something else and approach you in the morning, a handsome prince or a sovereign, asking, 'Well, would you like to sit there for a little bit? I sure could use the company, dear. Now, may I hold your hand? I just feel moved.'" And who then is the creator of such happiness and joy? Is it the little mouse who's magical? Or is it the big, pretty woman who has no idea that she is a sovereign at all? We leave this question to you. We anticipate many joys today. Perhaps just simple pleasures. Perhaps. She understands now physical lack. Well, we would almost like to break channels so she can state this truth, because it was she who spoke to us into the bathroom mirror this morning. The point of this is, it's a highway, and we wish to have full communion And it is the awarenesses of unwillingness and resistance and inability and old songs playing in the background that remind her of funerals and insults and soul deaths she's experienced. These are the things which impede flow and slow down traffic. Imagine if overnight the debris was cleared. Imagine if overnight the loss of the fear lifted. Turned into a macabre, lonely, determined entity with black wings, threw down feathers and avoided love. In great honor, dignity, esteem, and joy, we leave you this day to dance as a little princess, as a gatecratcher to a great party, or as sovereign on the first or second day of coming into her castle, or as the little mouse who has a thing or two to say to someone who looks far bigger and happier than she who requested help. We love you, we love you, we love you with all of our heart. And if you knew, if you only knew, then the shivers like she's having would come to you and you would know. All is well. All is well. Everything is in divine alignment and order at all times. And the God who indwells you is well pleased. For old time's sake, because of this prodigiously holy day of the 599, we say Namaste, and to us you know. So shall we say it together? Oh, we love to hear the voices across the chasms which are but shadow. I see you. I know you. I love you. Thank you. We know it's hard. Fear not.